Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Joeboy Racing. In today's video I'm going to be touching on my bets for day 4, the Friday of Glorious Goodwood, as well as day 5, the Saturday. I also want to mention some points of the festival overall as well, so let's get stuck into it. So my first tip on day 4 was in the Golden Mile. I put up Mersky as my selection. Unfortunately we had an on runner there. Ross Collins popped up and done the business. A key feature from this meeting, time and again, has been course form. And obviously, he loves the ground, he loves Goodwood, and that played a key part, managed to get the job done. EBT's guard ran well as well in second place. Moving on to my second tip in the 305, the King George Stakes, 5 furlong sprint, Group 2 contest. I've put up JM Jungle, advised at 20 to 1. Still, I think, went off at about 14 to 1. So if you jumped on, still got some really good value there. And he's run a great race. I mean, I think the draws played a key role in the end. He managed to get up on that nice ground on the inside. In the end, he's chosen to be on the right side as well. They definitely had an advantage against that stand side rail. And yeah, he's just put in a really tough performance. I mean, I know obviously some people didn't fancy him because he's a handicapper, but I put up American Affair in my Royal Ascot preview, managed to get him at 16s, and he's going to want a Group 1. And JM Jungle bumped into him multiple times at the start of the season. So, like I said in my July Cup Day vlog as well, the sprinters are there to be taken on. It's not just cut and dry when it comes to that sprint division. So, always look for a little bit of value there. You've got to feel for She's quality again. I mean, it's gone down by a neck. I think that's 4 seconds now in 4 starts at a good level. Run a really good race as well. But yeah, JM Jungle was the man on the day. Really impressed. I think he's going off to the Numthorpe as well. He likes York, so depending on the final declarations, that might be one to keep an eye on as well, because I'm sure the bookmakers are going to underestimate him again. Time for Sandals has not run a bad race as well. I mean, dropped back down to 5 furlongs after 6 furlong glory at Royal Ascot. Really solid filly, so definitely one to keep an eye on going forward. That loss may affect her price in upcoming races. So yeah, I wouldn't be put off her again, depending on draw, etc. in the future if she goes for another one of these big sprint stakes. But yeah, all in all, chuffed to bits for JM Jungle. He's going to be stepping up to that group level now, which I think is more than deserved. He's obviously shown that he can do it on his day, like Goodwood, like pretty ground versatile as well. And it's all ended up falling in his favour on the day. So I know some of you guys have jumped on it at the advised price. I know a friend of the channel got it bigger as well at 25. So hats off to him. And yeah, that really helped the week out. Really helped the week out, because I know obviously we had a winner the day before with Well, but at a lot shorter price. So it's nice to have one go in at a really good value price. Moving on to my final bet, my final tip of the day 4 on a Friday in the 4:55. I tipped up Madawi. Ran really well, I thought, when I tipped him up previously earlier on in the week. And yeah, I think there might have been a bit of saving the handicap going on from the jockey there. I'm not saying by any means he was going to go and win that race, but if you watch it back again, which I have done a couple of times, it seems like the jockey knew this isn't going to happen here. We're not going to win this, so I'm gonna I'm gonna keep some pounds back from the handicapper and not fully run his race. So obviously, put your comments in, guys. Let me know if you think I'm being over the top there, but it seemed like there was a real shift in energy from the jockey once the winner had sort of made a positive move forward. Maybe it was that he didn't feel he had the horse underneath him. Obviously, it was a quick turnaround. You know, the Johnstons, they have done that before at Goodwood, and it's worked in their favour. But yeah, it wasn't to be on that one. Not performed at the same level that he did earlier on in the week, but still, I'm going to keep my eye on that one because I was really impressed with her first time out at Glorious Goodwood. Right, guys, moving on to the Saturday. Tipped up 3 more on Saturday. In the first race, the Coral Summer Handicap, I tipped up Barnso. I was really impressed with how the horse ran at Royal Ascot last time out, finishing ahead of Aeronautic. I did mention that Sam Hawkins, I think, is a real danger in here, and I was right. because he's gone and won it by half a length to Dancing in Paris, who also ran a really good race. Aeronautic managed to flip the form as well from Barnso from last time out at Royal Ascot, finishing third place. I don't think Barnso ran a bad race, but I think he just got a little bit outclassed on the day. Maybe the ground, I mean, he ran a storm at Royal Ascot on good to firm, so maybe it was the ground that held him back a little bit, being good to soft. Maybe it was the track, maybe he didn't get on with Goodwood, hasn't run there before, but I'm not making any excuses, guys. He was nowhere near being in the frame on that one, so still ran all right, finished better than midfield, but Sam Hawkins has gone and done the business there. You always have to keep your eye out for a well handicapped, young and improving William Haggis horse, don't you? So not to be in that one, but we'll move on to the next. Moving on to the 2:30, the Lillie Langtry Stakes, the Group 2. Cracking races. I really enjoyed this one. Obviously, I tipped up Waardah at 7-1. I believe while I was editing the video, he shortened up to 6.5-1, but the price was still there when the video went out. Hopefully, you guys managed to jump on because that was a good value price, I felt. Really, really impressed with this one because she's run into one there as well. I mean, Danielle was really game. Maybe that's the one to take away from the race because Waardah had weight on Danielle. Danielle was a seasonal reappearance and she really battled on gamely, didn't go away, kept trying her heart out, but Waardah just managed to get up. But you could also take it the other way that I think that was Wardah's fourth ever career start, maybe fifth ever career start. So she's going to improve plenty for that. That's going to toughen her up for battles in the future. I've chucked both of them in my tracker to see what's next for both of those. Two really exciting fillies there to keep an eye on going forward. But those two pulled clear of the rest. It was a 2-horse race, and yeah, good value for the winner there. Really nice to round out the festival, having 3 winners on the last 3 days. I was a little bit nervous after the first couple of days because we were struggling to get a winner on the board, and it seemed like it was going to be a tough festival. Goodwood's always a tough one for punters to get right because it's such a unique track, etc. But yeah, was chuffed to bits with that one. So moving on to the last race that I put up a selection for, the Stewards Cup, cracking handicap over 6 furlongs. And Two Tribes has gone and done the business. Back-to-back wins for Two Tribes. It was impressive last time out at Royal Ascot at a big price and gone and done it again. So fair play to Two Tribes there. Another horse that I mentioned before, Joeboy Runs, finished in the placings at 10-1. So that wasn't, that wouldn't have been a bad bet if I'd have put that up as a selection. However, the horse that I did put up for a selection, Comanche Falls, has ended up coming 7th. Now, in a large field handicap, that's not bad at all. He was a short head away from getting some place returns. I advised you could get him 40-1 with 5 places or 33-1 with 6 places. I took the extra place because you know what I'm like for backing each way and for places. So, but yeah, he's run a really, really good race, has Comanche Falls. I mean, if you watch it back, he's ended up finishing second on his side. He was on the wrong side. It's flipped from JN Jungle having the bias on the far side to being the stand side rail was the quicker group. Maybe they had the better ground, whatever it may be. But yeah, he's run a blinder of a race for an old boy. It would have been nice if he could have made it 3 Stewards Cups, the first horse to ever do that. But I think he's run a valiant race. Little bit disappointing for the favourite, Hammer the Hammer. He's gone off at 9-2. He's ended up finished 15th. I know he was on the wrong side anyway, so it might not have made that much of a difference. But yeah, he's obviously gotten beaten by an old boy there. I do think Hammer the Hammer is a good horse, and I do think he is going to win a big Group 2, Group 3 race, whatever, moving forward. So definitely still keep an eye out for him. But yeah, was disappointing at Goodwood on the day. Maybe he didn't like the track. Maybe he prefers the quicker ground. We'll have to find out moving forward. So yeah, in terms of betting, guys, that was all the bets that we had on for those days. We've ended up getting a winner on each day. A really nice winner with JM Jungle at 20-1. It's really, boosted us in towards the profit direction. And then again with Waardah the day after, sort of just put a ribbon on the whole meeting for me and ended up nicely in profit across the whole festival. So there was a couple of things that I wanted to touch on. I was a little bit concerned with the amount of sort of injuries. We had a lot of horses getting pulled up there. Obviously, it was tragic what happened with Trushan. Really not nice, but you think, oh, that could be just a one-off freak accident. But then you had the heavily fancied Ed Walker horse being pulled up. You had another horse getting put. I've forgotten the name. Apologies about that, being pulled up. And I just thought that was a little bit unusual because you think, I know obviously Royal Ascot's a flatter track, but it was rattling hard ground. And if there was going to be injuries or whatever, you would have thought that would have been there rather than here and a little bit of softer ground. Who knows what it may be, but I just thought that was an interesting talking point. Let me know down in the comments if you thought that was a little bit unusual or if there was something going on there. Obviously, the biggest talking point of the whole festival, 150 to 1 shot Kirat winning the Group 1. Field of Gold ran a stinker. They're saying he's lame and we're in his hindquarters after the fact. I reckon they might be trying to protect their stud fee there because he didn't look at it. And if he was lame, he took a long time to get out into that parade ring. Maybe they knew something beforehand, but if they did, I can't imagine they would have run him if he wasn't right in order to protect that stud fee. So let me know what you think's gone on with Field of Gold there, guys. Rosalien again. Heart goes out for Rosalien, but hats off to Rafe Beckett and Kirat. Richard Kingscote as well. He deserved that. He's off abroad at the end of the season. And yeah, it was nice to send them off with a Group 1 winner. For my performance of the festival, guys, obviously I know I've just mentioned Kirat, so it's probably wrong not to give it to him. But for me, completely unbiasedly, I'm giving it to Whirl. She's bolted up to win by 5 lengths in a competitive Group 1 race. So tough. Obviously I'm going to say that because I love the filly, but honourable mention to Kyle of Lockhouse because he bolted up and won by 10 lengths. So, he probably deserves it based on how many lengths he won by. But, Group 1, it's a different level, isn't it? So for me, I'm giving it to Whirl. Let me know down in the comments who your performance of the week was, who your ride of the week was. I think the worst ride of the week has to go to Colin Keane, getting boxed in on Cosmic Year in a 4-runner race. I know I mentioned it before I put up my day 4 selections, but yeah, I bet Kieran Schumacher enjoyed watching that one after being thrown under the bus really for that Field of Gold run. When you look at what's happened to Field of Gold in the Sussex, then yeah, they're not blaming William Buick for that, are they? So I think he's been a little bit hard done by with the whole Field of Gold thing, Kieran Schumacher. The horse had 4 lengths to catch up, didn't he? So, but anyway, I digress. Apologies, this video is coming out so late, guys. I did want to do this video on the Sunday morning and then include that tip that I put up on a shorts video, that spiritual that I put up in Duval at the start of that video as part of this. But then I knew I wasn't going to have time. I've been really busy today as well, so this video is coming out super late. Apologies about that. But I didn't want to just not do it completely. I wanted to get it out there because I said I'll do it. So that's why I put up the short with the tip in it, because I didn't want to, come and then do the review video and be like, oh, and I had a winner on Sunday, and you guys would be like, yeah, of course you did, or why didn't you tell us about it, sort of thing. So I wanted to get it out there. On reflection, looking back, what I said about January was spot on in that short video. If she gets in a ding dong coming up the home straight, she's going to go a bit soft and not see it out. Because again, exactly the same thing with Newmarket. She was travelling the nicest, looked like she had plenty of in hand, and I think she's just gone soft. Should have won that race, should have won at Newmarket, but unfortunately I put up the wrong horse to be in that eye-to-eye battle with her going down the home straight. Fallen Angel managed to win that one. Spiritual ended up falling out the back of the telly. I thought at the price 14 to 1 it'd be a good value each way bet. I was wrong. But let me know as well, guys, if you don't mind, in the comments. Did that, because I'm not the best with, the whole YouTube and algorithms and stuff. Obviously, I'm new to this. Did you guys manage to see that short? I know it was an hour before the horses went to post. So if you did miss that one, guys, sorry about that. Well, actually, the horse didn't win, so I'm not. I'm happy if you did miss that. If you did get it, just let me know, because in future, if I do just have one and it's not worth making a full length video just about one selection, then I can always put those shorts up instead. But if you prefer me to do the longer videos, then I can do that as well. Just want to say a big thank you as well, guys, to all of the nice comments that I've been getting, all of the likes, all of the subscribers. It really means the world to me. I've been loving it, because I usually just get a buzz before off of selecting the right winner, but now I'll get double the buzz because I know that I've put a winner up there for you guys as well. So I've been absolutely loving doing this. Really appreciate all the support. Keep getting stuck in. All the talking points that I've mentioned today, let me know who you thought your performance of the week was, your story of the week, your ride of the week, worst ride of the week. I love hearing all about it. I love replying to the comments. I love seeing the comments. And yeah, drop us a like. If you're new here, give me a subscribe. We've got another cracking weekend of racing to look forward to, guys. So keep your eye out for my preview I'll be putting up. We've got racing at Ascot, Haydock, Newmarket, and the Curragh. So I'll be putting up some selections for there. And as always, happy punting.